And on this day, that is mentioned that one who takes care of, the significance of, then they will be relieved from all this death. Tamas blessing is that. So like that is very, very beautiful and very auspicious month and the days. So we all can concentrate and focus more on the Supreme Lord. So that's where we can, come out from the entanglements of this fruitive activity. So this chapter is titled as the entanglement in fruitive activities. So Kapila Dev, the Supreme Lord, is instructing to Mother Devahudi as per the inquiry of Mother Devahudi to Kapila Dev, how to come out of all these material entanglements. That was one of the questions Mother Devahudi asked to Lord Kapila Dev. That's where Kapila Dev is, explaining to Mother that see, one who goes through these fruitive activities, or generally known as karma kanda, they would entangle here in this material world. So their main motive is to somehow, this comes to this dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. They do this certain dharma activities in such a way that under the context of ritualistic performances or karma kanda section. So in fact, the Veda is 95% is mentioned that this, this emphasizing on this fact of the Purushartha or Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So this is the Karma Kanda section. Only Upasana Kanda is only 5%. So generally, people are more interested into this Dharma, Artha, Kama in order to fulfill the desires or the material desires. They do all these kinds of activities. They worship certain types of gods. We know that Monday worship this god, and that is Lord Shiva, and so that you get Orma, that you get a good wife or good husband. For the wealth, you worship on this particular day. For the, the good knowledge, you worship Mother Saraswati, and, this goes like that. The main motive behind this is that somehow they have to fulfill their desires, material desires, or so they do the fruitive activities. Fruitive activities means that they worship certain gods, and then so that they achieve their goal. So this is recommended. Why it is recommended? Because of at least that people come to the path of, at least in the path of that, the yoga. That means some way or other they connect to at least some potencies of the Lord. That's why it's beginning the Bhagavad Gita with the Karma Yoga, so that some way or other they come and connect with the Lord so that they can gradually progress. So Kapila Devi is revealing this fact that generally people are more interested in this fruitive activity, so they entangle in this material world. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Brahma Bhuvanir Loge Punaravartino Arjuna Mam Vedadu Kaundeya Punarjanmana Vidyade. Brahma Bhuvanir Loge. From the Brahma planet system of Satyaloka Brahma to the lowest planetary system, people are, having the repeated birth and Brahma Bhuvanir Loge Punaravartana. The reason for that, the people are immersed into these fruitive activities or dharma, artha, kama. Generally, people are not so interested in the moksha, but when it's a purushartha, it's all that they are meant for to fulfill their material desires. They enjoy this material world. So like that, they worship certain types of demigods or Devadas. That's why Krishna also reveals that the Yandi Deva Vrata Devan Pratriyadhi Pradavada Bhudechi Andi Bhudechya Yanti Mam Abhino Mam. That means one who worship the ghost and the goblins. Yandi Deva, one who worship the Devas, they go to the planets of demigods. Pitrus, the one who worship the forefathers, Pitru, they go to the planet of forefathers, Pitraloka. And Bhudejya, that means Bhudas, ghost and the goblins, those who worship, they go to their planet. But one who worship me, they'll come to me, no matter what. So this is exactly that the similar context is actually Kapila Devi is also revealing to Mother Devahudi. Worshippers of the Hiranyagarbha expansions of the personality of Godhead remain within this material world until the end of two parardas, when the Lord Brahma also dies. So here it's important to understand who is this Hiranyagarbha. So we know that this is quite detailed subject matter, that Hiranyagarbha. There are in Rigvedas and some scriptures also reveal this fact of this Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha literally means the golden egg or golden embryo or golden womb. So in the golden womb or golden embryo, or it says that the golden egg. So this word is Hiranyagarbha means. And also we know that Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, right? So these are connected. So when Mahavishnu lies down into the casual ocean, this Karana Jala, so we know that everything, all the ingredients for the creation is manifesting from the body of Mahavishnu. He is the cause of the creation, all the ingredients. So that's where it's initially coming, that as is coming out from the body of, or the each pose of the body of Mahavishnu, each universe comes out. So this is where it's actually mentioning that this is kind of a embryo, this kind of a womb, that everything is within that universe. Then that Lord enters into it. That's where the Lord is known as, the second expansion is known as the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, or generally known as Hiranyagarbha. Then Brahma manifests also from that Hiranyagarbha. That's why Brahma is also sometimes known as Hiranyagarbha. So, but originally that Brahma is manifesting originally from the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So, but in general term, this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu has that the personal form, but here it is mentioned that the Hiranyagarbha means this is an golden or embryo. That means everything is also manifesting the pose. Everything comes out from it. And that's also, there are two portions of this one mentioned, that upper portion and the lower portion of this golden embryo. So like that, Brahma, then Brahma is all that say, it's a Brahma is connected to this Hiranyagarbha. So worshippers of the Hiranyagarbha, that means worshippers of the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, that's what is here mentioned, that then they will be also entangled here. So how it is that? So when one who worship this portion or this part of, or this portion of, that's a plenary portion. It's mentioned that the plenary portion means, it's not that the plenary portion means there is expansions and there is expansions of expansions, and from that expansion there is a portion of expansions comes out. That's what is called plenary portion of the expansions. So that portion of expansion, then there are people generally worship in so many ways, right? And they worship this particularly, even there are Brahma worshippers, but is actually according to the scripture, Brahma worship is prohibited because of there is a story behind this. So like that, so worshippers of certain types, that they also entangle here in this material world. So here Kapila Devi is mentioning that one who worship the Hiranyagarbha or Garbhodakshaya Vishnu do not directly approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Vaikunta, because of, as we know, that the predominant deity of this is Brahma in that aspect. So then what happens? They go to Satyaloka. So they go to Satyaloka, and then Brahma also has, that's why we start with the Dvipararda, two Parardas. Two Parardas means that Brahma also has the 100 lifespan, 100 years of lifespan. It's divided into two. The first, that's why Didiya Pararde, when we take the Sankalpa, we say Didiya Pararda. Didiya Pararda means the second half of the Brahma's lifespan. Now we are actually at the second half, the 51st, the years of the Brahma, that is called Didiya Pararde. Then Sweda Varaha Kalpe, that means we are on the out of 14 Manus, we are on the 7th Manu. And Vaivaswada Manandare, that is what is, the Kalpa is Sweda Varaha Kalpa, and then the seventh Manu, and out of that Kalpa, 14 Manus, the 7th Manu is Vaivaswada Manandare. Then it says that, Brahma Vimsadu Varthamanaya. This is the way that we exactly coming to the point that when we are taking this Sankalpa. So it's very nicely explained about the time frame of the Brahma and that current time as well. So it's all based on that, the Brahma's time. So that's what is on this, the Parardas, worshippers of Hiranyagarbha expansion, or the two Parardas. Then when his two Parardas are getting over, Brahma also dies. So but what happens? When Brahma dies, then whoever is on this planet of Brahma, that merge with the body of Mahavishnu. Then they also come back again. That's why Abrahma Bhuvaner Loger Punaravartano Arjuna. Even from the planet system of Brahma, they will also have to come back into this material world. So, but Srila Prabhupada says in very clearly that there are so many plenary expansions and expansions of the Lord is there. So Damadi Murti Shikala Yamenatishta Srila Prabhupada says that. So, but one who worships me, that's why Srila Prabhupada mentioned, Parasya Parachindaka means always thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Kapila Devi is mentioning to Mother Devahudi that the purpose of the human form of life is not to entangle within this material world of life after life. So as we all know that we devotees, that we are eternal associate of the Supreme, we are spiritual soul, spirit soul, and we are eternally, connected, eternally associate. We are belongs to that superior nature of the Supreme Lord. So our form is not this world. But because of we are identifying ourselves with this material nature, identifying ourselves with this material body, then we engage and entangle with all the activities of the material body. That means we are completely conditioned by this material nature. Then we act accordingly. Then we try to fulfill all our desires, and we think that this is our world. So we worship so many types. We can see that in this world there are thousands of varieties of worshippers in this world according to their desire, so that I can get some benefit out of it. But here Kapila Devi is saying that no, that is not that. One who have to have parachindaga, that means think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he's clearly mentioning that everything that manifesting, everything, the cause of all the causes is that Supreme Personality of Godhead. That we should, the person who is come to that point of understanding there is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the most intelligent person, as in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that. Tesham Buddhi Yogandam Yenamam Upayantite. Buddhi Yoga, when you say most intelligent, they will worship me with the full faith. So as Krishna reveals that. But also Krishna says that those who are worshippers of the demigods and Devadas are actually less intelligent. So their intelligence is polluted. When their intelligence is polluted, that's where they goes to here and they're all different direction. Vyavasayiga Atmika Buddhi, Egohi Kurunandana. Arjuna, Krishna is telling, Vyavasayiga, one should focus on that Supreme Lord, not Avyavasayiga Buddhi. That means completely scattered. So we should not have that. That means we are wasting our life in this world. So we have this human form of life that's very rare to achieve, very rare to get. But we have this opportunity that to realize this fact that everything goes by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Brahma says this, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidan. Even Brahma knows that. Brahma also says this. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. Right? So it has mentioned that. That's why also Krishna is mentioning that Sarvadharman Parateche Mam Ekam Sharanam Vacha. Man and all varieties of various religious principles. So this is the fact that. So this is it is giving the very clear, direct, understanding to us, knowledge to us that what we are person, what we are supposed to do as a human. So this is very clear. That's also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing this one, right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Vrajendranandana, that Supreme Lord. And that is what even Srila Vyasadeva is also revealing that in Srimad Bhagavatam at the beginning with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadhyasya Daha. That Supreme Lord, O Lord, O Son of Vasudeva, I offer my obeisances unto you. This is Vyasadeva is starting with that. Is everything comes from you, Janmadhyasya Daha. So all these great scholars, great personalities, sages, rishis, everybody says that. Even Arjuna is also mentioning in Parabhram, Paramdam, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam Vivam, Agustyam, Shreya, Sarva, Devashro, Nardos, Tada, Asidu, Devalo, Vyasa, Soyam, Chaiva, Brabhivime. This says that Parabhram, Paramdam, Pavitram, you are the Supreme. There is nothing. Madhaga Paradaram Nyanya, Kindi Jasta Dhananjaya, my Sarvamidam Prodam Sutre Manigadaiva. Krishna says that even Bhagavad Gita. Paradana, Madhaga Paradara, there is no truth beyond me, Arjuna. I am the cause of all the causes. Madhaga Paradaram Nyanya Kindidastu Dhananjaya. My Sarvamidam Prodam. Everything is rust upon me like a pearl strung on a string. So this word. So this is the proper, this is the complete understanding one can have. And if we come to that point of the understanding that one can, serve, execute loving devotional service unto that Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's our perfection and that is our success. Then there will be always a question asked, okay, what about Rama? Then what about other forms of Lord Vishnu? There is Narasimha, Vamana, Varaha, Madhusudana. There are so many other, the incarnations or expansions of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada is very clearly mentioned that everything is included in Krishna. So we don't need to worry when there is an ocean, of water, then in front of us, then why we want to go and dig a small well somewhere else? There is no need for that. So, and also at the same time, this is where we have to clearly understand that when we worship Krishna, everything is included. That means Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Dishtam Nanavadaram Bhuvaneshu Kindu Krishna Sayam. Everything is coming out from the Krishna, the Supreme Lord. That's why we can see that the Krishna is the Adi Purush. So Purush means Adi Purush means there are many Purushas in this one sense, but he is the original and the primordial Purusha, right? Advaita Machyuta Manadi Mananda Rupa Madhyam Purana Purusha. Brahma also Adhyam Purana Purusha. He is the original personality of Godhead. He is a Purusha, his original personality. So then everything that manifests the expansions or the plenary expansions of Krishna, Rama, Piyadi, Murtishu. So that now Lord. So it's not different from also the Supreme Lord. Is included. And it's also sometimes we understand that there's somebody coming from Krishna or something come from Krishna. So that may be a partial. That may be some. Yes, so for some sense it's this. There is a specific functionality they perform. That doesn't mean that they are also less than Krishna. They are also as equal as Krishna. That's why everything is included in Krishna. That's why this Krishna has 1,000 names. Krishna has primary names and secondary names. And but when it comes to Krishna, that's why when we say Krishna, that means everything is included. When we say Krishna, Krishna is not only alone. Krishna and Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's paraphernalia, the entire Vrindavan, Lord Balaram, the associate and the gopis of Krishna, the entire Vrindavan, even everything is there. So there is no separation from Krishna when we say Krishna. That's why it says that exclusive worship of Krishna. Ananya Chindayandoma, Ananya, without any. So one can completely, exclusively worship. That's what is Krishna. Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamega Sharanam Vracha. You abandon all varieties. You just come to me as if that, when you water the root of a tree and everything else is, everything else is, fulfilled, that the water goes to each and every portion of that tree. So similarly, when we worship Krishna, everything is included. So everything, that's why, even says that when there is 1,000 names of Vishnu Sahasranam is as equal as 3 names of Lord Ram. And that 3 names of Lord Ram is equal as 1 name of Krishna. That means everything is included in that one name. So you cannot differentiate that. So this is our understanding should be. That says, Kapila Dev says that Parasya, the Parachindagaha, para means the supreme. One should have that supreme, the thinking of that supreme personality of Godhead. This way we can come out from this material entanglement. So it's not that, okay, one who worship Vamana, one who worship Narasimhadev, or one who worship any other forms of the Lord Vishnu, then what would I? Yes, that's all included. That is part of it. And then even if that worship, that means that's also, that is same as Krishna in the one sense, so that they also attain the Vaikuntha, the Vishnu Loka, but not worshippers of the demigods or worshippers of certain or this kind of this Hiranyagarbha worshipping just for this material benefits and all, right? So other than that, as says that Kapila Dev, one would worship exclusively to the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So this is the message that Kapila Dev is giving to us. Thank you so much. I will stop here with this note. Are there any Srila Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai? Are there any comments or questions? Any concerns? You have 1 minute. Anybody would like to add anything? Okay, thank you so much. So this is a very, very beautiful day. Wish you all a happy Ekadashi, so that we can have that strength and fast on this Ekadashi, so that we can also pray to the Lord that please engage me in your service, so that we'll be always in in that conscious, Krishna conscious. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Back to you, Madhuri.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prabhu. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. As mentioned by Sameshwar Prabhu also. This week is a very festive week, starting from today itself. Rama Ekadasi, minimally fasting from grains and beans and increasing our Krishna consciousness. Normally on Ekadasi, we do Ekadasi Kirtan. We'll have Kirtan in the evening from 7 to 9 p.m., starting with Gaurarti, ending with Namadharashtakam. So please come. Parna time tomorrow is 7:24 to 10:54 a.m. 7:24 to 10:54 a.m. is the Parna time. Tomorrow, as announced, is also Dhanteras. We will give those who are worshipping Mother Lakshmi on that day. We will give you the timings for that tomorrow. Okay, we like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nrsingo, Jai Nrsingo, Jai Nrsingo, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Prapadma Lingam, Ugraviram Mahavisham, Jvalantam Sarvatomukam, Nrsingam Vishnam Bhadram, Nityam Namamiham, Nrsinga Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhascha, Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha, Patitanam Pavanibhayo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha. Vaishnavinda ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Om.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.